Anybody see that transgender swimmer in America, Leah Thomas, destroying women's records, and it's pretty brutal actually. How that person is allowed to compete is pretty crazy. Um, she was beaten though very recently by, I say she, was beaten very recently by another woman who turned out to be, of course, a man. These two guys are so far ahead of everybody else. It's just makes a mockery of the whole thing. Can you imagine being a girl, dedicating your whole life, maybe it's a tradition in your family, just to being the best swimmer, and then this guy comes in and just, I'm a girl now, and jumps in the pool and just destroys. There's too many biological advantages for men. Tom Harwood from GB News. Normally he's kind of halfway sensible on things, but he's just lost the plot on this issue. The guy advocates for men in women's prisons. I think, don't hold me to that, but he got very close to saying something like that. And men in women's bathrooms, all of this stuff. If you feel like a woman, he seems to believe that there's no psychological differences between men and women, that testosterone doesn't inform behavior, these kind of things. Like we're just blank slates, and whatever you think you are, that is what you are. That's ridiculous. He certainly advocates for males, let's call them, destroying females in their own sports, which is an insane position to take. It seems like he's trying to placate people that will never watch GB News, that will never like him. Maybe he really does think this stuff. I can't see how, but the point is, sports is bodies against bodies. It's not identities against identities. It's just not. If you walk up to a weight bar and you identify as a woman, that doesn't increase or decrease your chances of lifting that weight bar. If you go in, have your lunch and come out and then identify as a man, you're not going to be any stronger. You're the same person. It's a body against a body. If you're in a swimming pool, it doesn't matter if you identify as a kangaroo. It's your biology that matters. And males have just a plethora of obvious advantages over females, and people try and deny this, like going on testosterone reducement therapy and this stuff for a couple of years is going to make up for your bone density advantage, your ligament strength, your tendon strength, your reaction time advantage that men have over women. A huge reaction time advantage. Your muscle mass, the male hips compared to the female hips. You ever look at the size of a man's hand, a fist, compared to a woman's fist? It's their whole skeletal frame is different. Women have obviously fat on parts of their bodies that is a disadvantage in many, many ways. They don't have the explosivity that men have. So it shouldn't matter if you feel like a man, if you feel like a woman. You go into the sport that is compatible with your biology, your chromosomes. If you're a male, you compete with the males. If you're a female, you compete with the females. That's it. It's as simple as that. And if you're a man who identifies as a woman, you should be treated with respect. Absolutely, I would call that person she, a girl's name, any of that stuff, because I'm not a complete, I just would. But if you get down to the biological reality, no, they're not really a woman. Of course not. And in sports, it's crazy. All of these left-wing people, I'm for women people, they're for women when it suits them. When it's a biological male destroying women in their own sports, you don't hear anything about it. You know, they're for women when it suits them to be.